Could it be endometriosis? Or could it just be nerve irritation that's giving you all this reoccurring pain? And how would you even try to describe neuropelviology to one of your clinicians? This and so much more with Professor Possover. Stick around. Life moves fast, and so should the answers to your biggest questions. Welcome to Endo Batteries Quick Connect, your direct line to expert insights. Short, powerful, and right to the point. You send in the questions, I bring in the experts, and in just 5 minutes, you get the knowledge you need. No long episodes, no extra time needed. And just remember, expert opinions shared here are for general information and not for personalized medical advice. Always consult your provider for your case-specific guidance. Got a question? Send it in, and let's quickly get you the answers. I'm your host, Alana, and it's time to connect. Today's guest has built his career on a bold but vital belief that suffering pain should not be a life sentence. And for Professor Marc Possover, that belief isn't just a philosophy, it's a mission. As a world-renowned pioneer in neuropelviology, yes, you heard that right, he has transformed how we understand and treat chronic pelvic pain, especially when the source is elusive or deemed untreatable. His work bridges the worlds of gynecology, neurology, and minimally invasive surgery to target the pelvic nerve directly, often bringing relief to patients who've been told to simply live with it. His methods have given hope to countless people who have felt like they've run out of options. So if you've ever wondered what's really going on when no one seems to have answers, this episode is for you. How do we know that it's our nerves firing or the pain from our nerves and not endometriosis? If we've already had excision or even prior to excision, deciphering if it's nerves or endometriosis.
So if the patient feel pain or disorder of the pelvic organ is always an issue with the nerve. And endometriosis is a cause that induces the dysfunction of the nerves and not the contrary. And now to know it is endometriosis, something else, for that you have the gynecological examination and sonography and maybe MRI.
How do we talk to our providers about neuropelviology? This could be tricky.
That is a little bit tricky because I think a lot of colleagues even will not know the name neuropelviology. Simply use the word neuropelviology. If the colleague don't know what it means, neuropelviology, he will have no knowledge of the pelvic nerves.
Yeah. How important is nerve sparing for talking to your doctors?
Nerve sparing is only one aspect in the neuropelviology, is a simple part in neuropelviology, but for all patients, not just women, men as well, who are undergoing pelvic surgery, is the key to avoid postoperative dysfunction with a pelvic organ. You will have to preserve even more because mostly the nerve have nothing to do with the pathology. The pathology is the endometriosis, not the nerve. There is nothing wrong with the nerve. The nerves are affected by the endometriosis. So you have to treat the endometriosis and not to reset the nerves.
Right. How, with the nerves and things like Ehlers-Danlos Syndrome or EDS, is there a more heightened state of sensitivity on the nerves when you have conditions like EDS?
When patients are affected by hypermobility joint syndrome or Ehlers-Danlos Syndrome, they have likely atypical vessel in the pelvis, not only enlarged, sometimes the vessel are running in the wrong position and will induce an irritation by compressing the nerve. And that will induce secondary pain. And then the treatment is not to do something with the nerve, but to release the nerve by removal the vein. In our country, we have Ehlers-Danlos Syndrome. I had yesterday a patient coming from South Africa, and he told me that in America there is another disease very, very often, which may induce as well compression of the pelvic nerves, is skeletal cell disease. It's an autonomic nerve disease where the body develops everywhere small ischemia in the body. And this patient seemed to be a pathology with a very, very high incidence in South Africa, but also in America. So I will for sure make an education video on that in the future.
Yeah, that would be an interesting topic to cover for sure.
I will.
That's a wrap for this Quick Connect. I hope today's insights helped you move forward with more clarity and confidence. Do you have more questions? Keep them coming. Send them in, and I'll bring you the expert answers. You can send them in by using the link in the top of the description of this podcast episode or by emailing contact@endobattery.com or visiting the endobattery.com contact page. Until next time, keep feeling empowered through knowledge.